Hello students, welcome to ChemEasy. In this video you are going to learn about structural representations of organic compounds. Before watching this video, subscribe ChemEasy to learn chemistry easily. There are several ways to represent the structures of organic compounds. For example, the Lewis structure, which is also called as dot structure, dash structure, condensed structure and bond line structural formulas are available to represent the structures of organic compounds. The Lewis structure, that is the dot structure, can be simplified by representing two electron covalent bond by a dash. Such a structural formula focuses on the electrons involved in bond formation. So how we can represent a single bond? It means as shown here, by drawing this single dash, we can represent a single bond. In the same way, by drawing a double dash, double bond can be represented, and by means of this triple dash, we can represent a triple bond in the structure. Then the lone pair of electrons on heteroatoms like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens may be or may not be shown. It means for oxygen, here these are the lone pair of electrons, and for nitrogen this is a lone pair of electrons. So this lone pair of electrons can be shown or it may not be shown. Here let us see about the complete structural formula, condensed structural formula and bond line structural formula with some simple examples to understand easily. Complete structural formula is a formula showing a completed picture as to how the various atoms are joined to each other in the molecule. For example, this is a complete structural formula of ethane molecule. In this ethane molecule, 2 carbons and 6 hydrogen atoms are there. So you can see here each carbon atom bonded with 3 hydrogen atoms by a single dash. It means single bond. And between carbon and carbon also one single bond is there, which is shown clearly in the complete structural formula. And next one is ethene C2H4. Here there is a double dash, that is carbon carbon double bond, and each carbon bonded with 2 hydrogen atoms by a single bond, which is clearly shown. Next one is ethine. Here triple dash, that is triple bond is there between carbon and carbon, and each carbon bonded with hydrogen atom by a single bond. And this is a structure of methanol, that is a complete structural formula of methanol. And here CH3OH, the carbon atom bonded with 3 hydrogens by a single bond and with 1 oxygen by a single bond. Again this oxygen atom bonded with hydrogen by a single bond. And this also methanol, here the lone pair of electron is shown for oxygen atom. Drawing complex structures with a complete structural formula is not that much easy, because in that there are many dashes. It means single bond, double bond, triple bonds are shown. So for simplification, condensed structural formula can be used. In case of condensed structural formula, some of the dashes or all the dashes which represents the covalent bonds can be omitted. It means without that dash, we can write the complete structural formula in the form of condensed structural formula. And also in case of condensed structural formula, we can write by indicating the number of identical groups attached to an atom by a subscript. And all atoms linked to a carbon atom are mentioned after carbon and in the same line, but their bonds are not shown. The atoms which are other than hydrogen are written after the hydrogen atoms. For example, you consider this ethane. So this is a condensed structural formula of ethane. So here only carbon-carbon single bond, that is between carbon and carbon atom, one single bond is there. Only this dash is shown, and this carbon attached with 3 hydrogen atom, and this carbon also attached with 3 hydrogen atom. So the bond between carbon and hydrogen not shown. So that 6 single bonds are not shown here. That bonds are omitted. And this hydrogen, it means the carbon attached with the same hydrogen atom, that is the identical groups. So that hydrogen, and here in subscript 3 is mentioned. It means the identical groups attached to this carbon atom mentioned as a subscript H3. Same for this carbon also, H3 is mentioned, 3 mentioned in subscript. And suppose if any other atoms apart from hydrogens are present, then it is written after hydrogen. So you can see here example. So carbon with hydrogen, after the hydrogen this oxygen is mentioned. So the atoms which are other than hydrogen written after hydrogen atoms. So this is a methanol structure. We can write as CH3OH. And in the same way, you can see here this is ethyne structure in which only carbon-carbon triple bond is present, and in carbon-carbon double bond, that is in case of ethane, here only carbon-carbon double bond shown. Next example for condensed structural formula is pentane. So this is the structure of pentane. It means condensed structural formula for pentane. Here you can see the single bonds are not shown between carbon and hydrogen atom, and also the identical groups are mentioned in subscript. In the same way, this is a condensed structural formula for octane. Here also the bonds are not shown. Again, for further simplification, bond line structural formulas are used. In these bond line structural formulas, only lines are used. It means the carbon and hydrogen atoms are not at all shown, and the lines which represents the carbon-carbons are drawn in a zigzag fashion. Here you can see this is the structure of pentane. So here only the lines are there in a zigzag manner. So this indicates bond line structural formula for pentane. And in the same way, this is hexane and this one is heptane. In this, the carbon and hydrogens are not shown. In bond line structural formula, only the carbon and hydrogen atoms are not shown. It means the atoms which are other than carbon and hydrogen are written specifically. For example, this is the condensed structural formula of 2-chlorobutane. In this structure, apart from carbon and hydrogen, chlorine atom also there. So if we are drawing the bond line structural formula for 2-chlorobutane, here the chlorine atom should be shown specifically. Only carbon and hydrogens are not shown, and the terminals in the bond line structural formula denote methyl groups. For example, this is a structure of 3-methyl octane in condensed structural formula. Same one, in bond line structural formula can be represented in this way in a zigzag manner. Here this terminal end and this one and also this terminal end denotes the methyl groups. It means here, here and here CH3 groups are present. Also, the line junctions in the bond line structural formula denote carbon atoms bonded to appropriate number of hydrogens required to satisfy the valency of the carbon atoms. I think you know that the valency of carbon atom is 4. So, for example, here carbon is there and two bonds are there. So here one single bond, here one single bond is there. It means what? Carbon with two hydrogen atom is present here because here only two bonds are there. So to satisfy the valency of carbon atom, the carbon which is present here is bonded with two other hydrogen atoms. So in this place CH2 is present. Then come to this position. Here carbon means three bonds are there. So to satisfy the valency, this carbon bonded with one hydrogen atom. So this position indicates CH group is present. In the same way, here also CH2, here CH2, CH2, CH2 and at the terminal end CH3 is present. As like open chain compounds, for cyclic compounds also we can draw bond line formulas as shown here. For example, this is a bond line formula for cyclopropane. So here one CH2 is present, here also CH2 and here also CH2 is there. And this is a bond line formula for cyclopentane and this is for cyclohexane. Next one is three-dimensional, that is 3D representation of organic molecules. By using certain conventions, three-dimensional, that is 3D structure of organic molecules are represented on paper. So in this three-dimensional structure, solid wedge and dashed wedges are used. So here this is a solid wedge and this one is dashed wedge. This solid wedge used to indicate a bond projecting out of the plane of paper towards the observer. Suppose if you are the observer, this solid wedge indicate towards you, and this one is dashed wedge which is used to depict the bond projecting out of the plane of paper and away from the observer. So in the same way, if you are the observer, this dashed wedge indicates away from you. The broad end of the wedge is towards the observer in case of both solid wedge and dashed wedge. The bonds which lies on the paper, that is on the plane of the paper, are depicted by using a normal line. For example, the wedge and dash representation of methane shown here. So in the structure of methane, here this is solid wedge and this is dashed wedge, and these two are normal line. Here for this solid wedge, this is a broad end which is towards the observer, and this is a dashed wedge. This is away from the observer, and this is the broad end of the dashed wedge. And these two bonds, this is lying on the plane of the paper. Now let us see some questions and also with the answers from this topic. First question is, match the column 1 with the column 2 and mark the appropriate choice. Here two columns are given, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 consists of 4 structures A, B, C and D, and column 2 also having 4 structures 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let us match the column 1 structure with the column 2 structures of the appropriate choice. You see this structure in column 1, that is the structure A. Which structure matches with this structure A from the column 2? So this is the condensed structural formula, and here in column 2 this structure 3 matches with this structure A. It means for this condensed structural formula, this is the bond line structural formula. So A matches with 3. Next one is B. So here bond line structural formula given. This B structure matches with the condensed structural formula of 4. So this B matches with this fourth structure from the column 2. Next one, this structure C also bond line structural formula. So here CH3, then how many CH2s are there? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So CH3, 6 CH2s, again terminal end 1 CH3. So CH3, CH2, 6, CH3. So this structure C matches with the structure 1 of the column 2. So C with 1. And the last one is, this is a condensed structural formula D. This one matches with this structure 2. So here hydroxyl group is there, and here also hydroxyl group is there. And here apart from carbon and hydrogen, this OH group is shown specifically, and this matches with structure D. Here I have given clearly which structure matches with the column 2 structure. It means the structure A matches with structure 3, B with 4, C with structure 1 and D with structure 2. So which is the right answer? Answer A. So this is the right answer for this question. This is the second question. Which of the following correctly matched the bond line and condensed structure of the compound? Let us see. So this is option 1, bond line structure, and here condensed structure is given. You compare both the structure. Here carbon is there, bonded with 3CH3. It means this 3 terminal ends are having CH3 group, methyl group. And here CH2, and here CH, which is bonded with 2 methyl groups. So it exactly matches with this structure. Then the second option, 2 terminal end having CHO, CHO, and here CH2, 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 CH2. So there are 4 CH2 groups and 2 terminal end is having CHO. So here CHO 2 terminal end, in middle CH2 4 times. So this also exactly matches. Then next one, here carbon and carbon bonded with 2 CH2COOH and 1 COOH group, and here OH group. So look here in middle carbon, this position indicates CH2 COOH here. This side also this position CH2 COOH, and here COOH is there, and here OH is there. So this also matches exactly. These are the four options given for this question. So option A, only one is correct. Option B is only second is correct. And option C is only first and second are correct. And option D, all are correct. So as we discussed already, which one is right answer? All are correct. It means the answer is D.